All right, what's up, everybody? My name is Ogwedi Chris, and welcome back to this channel, the place where we don't just chase the bag, but you also learn how to keep it. So today we want to dive deep into a topic that most of us, good or bad, you know it, and that is the topic debt, not death, but debt. All right. And with me today is none other than the amazing coach Catherine Mundia. And so, just a minute, Mundia, karibu sana, and maybe a second to introduce yourself.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode. My name is Mundia Catherine. I do coaching in matters finance and also matters circle. And today I want us to talk about debt. This is an area where most of us are struggling to come out, and because of the debts are available everywhere. So we are not able to discipline ourselves to come out of this situation of debts.
All right, and as you know, I'm Ogwedi Chris. I've just sourced for you all the questions that you might be meaning to know about debt. How are you going to manage debt? How will you quit? You see, and how maybe attacking debt, how will you get to use it wisely, right? And so with that having been said and done, before we dig in, I've got to ask this one: were you always good with money, or uwe pia ulianzanga na stuff to do with fuliza?
Of course, Fuliza is a very new phenomenon.
Okay.
Yeah, so we didn't have Fuliza in our time. But I'm not a person. I'm a person who manages money.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's something that you understood from maybe the word go.
Yeah. My late mom used to know how to invest, and she could guide us on investment.
Okay. Oh wow. At times, some of us talking of your late mom. To our viewers, are you proud of your maybe parents when it comes to matter saving? Because recently, I think about 2 days ago, I was having a conversation with somebody that as you were growing up, most of our parents were just like, go to school, go to school, don't go to school. But then you realize that even in the school itself, the topic money, not unless later in life when you decide to pursue the field of finance, then you get to learn about money. But when you are growing up, nobody really used to tell you that maybe this is how you can manage money, savings and stuff, even in high school. But at least with your parents, to me, I didn't pass through that education, well, maybe from my parents, because even later in life, I get to blame my parents because they used to make money. But then, what happened and how? Maybe just to ask her, why do you think when people hear about debt, at times to them they feel like someone just mentioned about their ex somewhere?
When we talk about, I didn't get you.
I'm asking, when people hear the word debt, why does it sound like someone just mentioned their ex? You know?
Maybe it's because of what it takes you through or what it costs you. Yeah. Paying a debt can be taxing.
That's true, but then if somebody knows that, because by the moment somebody is already calculating a risk to get into debt, they already know of the negative effects of debt. But anyway, then in simple terms, then what exactly is debt, and why is it always bad? Because I've never heard of somebody saying that debt is good.
It's not all bad, but what first I can define what debt is.
Okay.
This is money belonging to somebody else, and you have an obligation to pay it back, and of course with an interest. Yes.
So it is not bad to you.
It is not bad to me fully, but as long as you've considered the kind of interest rates you're paying, and what are you doing with these debts.
Okay.
If it is helping you build, maybe you acquire an asset, or for example invest in business, if it can generate income, to me that is
Ah, all right. So taking a date maybe for doing a wedding, do you recommend that? And maybe to our viewers. Okay, to you. I've just asked Coach a question that is debt bad or good? Can you just tell us in the comment section what do you think of debt? Is it bad or good? And then why do you think it is bad or why do you think it is good? And now, as you are cruising on up to that point, kindly, you have not subscribed, consider clicking on that subscribe button, also share. So as you can always get to see these interesting episodes. It is all about finance, circles. Today we are talking about debt. Some of the financial advices, like the previous episode we did was, are you 40? Then what do you need to know about 40? All right? Thank you. Now, what are some of the types of debt that Kenyans find themselves in? Or besides wedding loans or smartphones you can't afford?
Okay. First, you asked about taking a loan for a wedding. To me, it is not a good debt. That is, it's a consumer debt.
Okay.
It's really not adding any. How will you pay it? From what?
Maybe from your business or from your salary when you are in employment.
It means that's a bad debt.
Oh, okay. So what are some of the common types of debt that Kenyans find themselves into?
The biggest tragedy, I would call it a tragedy, is these loans which have come up, the app.
Oh.
Yeah?
Are they the microfinance?
Not necessarily. These are digital lenders.
Okay.
Yeah. They're very expensive when it comes to interest.
True.
In fact, there are people who say sometimes it's over 300%. But since you get the convenience, you don't count the cost.
Let me give you a story of mine, talking of the digital lenders.
Yes.
So last year, there about, I don't know which month was it specifically. No, it was, I think, November. November was one of the most difficult months for me. So you see, you want to source for money from every corner. So I decided, I used to download these apps. I downloaded over 10 apps plus, trying, you see, some give you up to 500 and you see, that 500 cannot help. But then I don't know which one is it, I cannot remember, but these people are like, they are giving me a 2,000 loan and I'm paying an interest of 1,500 shillings. So they are like, you will now, ukipewa 2,000, you now have to pay 3,500 shillings. That is like 75% interest. So you're like, oh, but anyway, continue.
Yeah, we also have personal loans.
Okay.
These are loans which are given to people who are working. And by the way, if there are loans that people take and the bank is very comfortable giving, are the personal loans because they have security of the payslip. But more often this loan is unsecured.
Okay.
If you lose a job, the bank may not be able to recover that money.
Okay.
Yeah,
but then
security is your salary.
But then does that one becomes an advantage maybe to the person who took the loan? Because let us work with values. I am in employment and therefore I take a loan of maybe up to 2 million. Then after about 3 to 4 months, I've been fired.
Yeah.
Does that one become an advantage to me and a disadvantage to the bank?
In a way, but you have an obligation to pay a debt.
So I have to pay it no matter what.
Yeah, the bank they'll keep following you. Yeah.
What is the worst that they can do to me if I decide that I'm not going to pay?
There's nothing they can do because this loan is unsecured.
Oh, okay, bank. I'm watching. And at the same time, do they also have that high interest rates?
Very high.
Okay.
Very high. If I can give you an example, in 2008, that was the time of Kibaki.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of money in circulation because the banks were not lending to the government.
Okay.
In form of bonds and treasury bills. So they were going to all these institutions, and they came to our institution where I was working. So we were forced even to doctor our payslips to take these loans. And let me tell you, at the end of the day, if you count the interest you paid, it is almost equivalent to the principal. Yeah, so that is the first loan I took from a bank, and I think I can never go back to take a bank.
Okay, how much did you took and how much did you pay?
I took a loan of 500.
Okay.
And I think at the end of the day, I almost paid 900.
900. So that is like almost 400,000 interest.
Interest, yes.
Oi.
So that's why when you hear people talk about the cost of debt, you must really take keen interest. Don't think it's people just talk. It is very expensive.
So this one was a personal finance.
It was a personal loan. Yeah.
So it could have been advantage maybe when you are fired.
At least I was able to pay.
Okay.
To avoid the listing.
Yeah, in the CRB.
Yeah.
Okay.
CRB and all that, because you also have a future to protect. So that's the reason why
it's also good to pay.
Yes.
All right. Let's switch a bit and talk about Fuliza, Tala, they call it branch, Mshwari. Are these loans really helping us, or they are enslaving us?
You said it very well. That is enslavement, because hey, the cost is not worth.
Okay.
Yeah, because what we do now really, we didn't change anything.
Nothing.
So I go for it.
I to our viewers, I believe you're learning. Why go for 2,000 shillings? Because to be honest, there's nothing that this thing can change.
And also the harassment. Sometimes they even call your relatives. They go through the phone book. And they call your relatives to
during application when you add what are they called? The numbers that they expect you to add. There are a lot of numbers that add. What is the relationship? Maybe mother. What is the relationship? Brother, friend, colleague, like almost up to 10 contacts. Then you're like, so the moment you don't pay them back this 2,000, maybe it was even 1,000 shillings, and these people call, they text, like in a day you can get up to 5 texts.
They embarrass you by calling your relatives by and
maybe there are relatives that maybe they are, you and them, you respect each other. And then they are being called that you have refused to pay a 500 shillings loan.
You defaulted.
So it is enslaving us. It is not helping.
Yeah, it's just total enslavement. Because when you even ask yourself, how come they are ready to risk this much? Yeah, it's because they're able, from the people who will pay, they'll be able to recover all their money. Even if few people pay, because of that high interest.
Here.
Yeah, they'll cover their costs.
Could that
also get a profit.
Could that be the reason as to why they increase the interest rates?
Yeah, because they know the risk is quite high.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, now, why do you think that people mainly find it easier to borrow than to budget? Is it something that is psychological?
No, people want shortcuts. Because you feel like when you hear something like budgeting, you think, what are you budgeting? This is for other people, you know. So, and for example, the apps, you just tap your phone and you have money. So why do you care even wanting to know where I'm paying these, I'm saving these, and you know, you feel like it's work to budget.
All right. Now, at what point should someone realize, okay, now I am like drowning in debt? What are some of the red flags?
Number one, when you're drowning in debt, what it means is that you're living beyond your
means. Okay.
Yeah? You're doing things that you cannot afford. And for you to keep up with all those expenses, you have to keep borrowing. You know, it's like you're digging one
from
hole
every corner
to cover another hole.
Tala, Leuko branch.
So you never come out of that. Yeah, you never come out of that.
Guys, I believe you're learning. Na kama bado hujachukua kalamu na kitabu, You need to learn from the coach instead, because the next time you're going to reach out to her, you're going to pay for these services. You better learn now. All right? Maybe another reason apart from that, you have just talked about maybe living beyond your means, which will now make you to borrow left, right, and center. Is there any other red flag that maybe we can watch out?
If you are unable to pay your whatever your major obligations, yeah, maybe you are unable to pay school fees for your children because you did not plan. Yeah, you are unable to pay your daily expenses. Yeah, yeah, it will be as a result of you've committed your entire, for example, salary, it's money for business. All the money is taken by these institutions.
Okay. Now, I want us to swift to switch. I'm to swift whatsoever. We can decide to swift or switch a bit, and let us talk about debt management and recovery. Now, let's say someone is in debt across 3 to 4 platforms. Where do they even begin to fix this mess?
Okay. When we talk about the methods of handling debt, we have 2 methods.
Okay.
One is called avalanche. Avalanche.
What's the meaning of that?
It's a method of handling debt, and we also have another one called the snowball.
Okay.
The avalanche method, number one, you list all your debts. Yeah, you may be having a mortgage, you may be having a personal loan, you may be having a credit card loan, and the loans from the app. So list all of them with their interest rates. Yeah, know how much interest you are paying for each. Yeah, and after you've known whatever interest you're paying, then this method, what it talks about, it cares about the interest. Yeah. So you start paying that loan that has the highest interest. Yeah. That is what that method
avalanche means.
Yes.
So you list all the debts you have with the interest rates. Then among the list, you check which one has got the higher interest rate.
Yeah.
Then from the one with the higher interest rate, you start from paying that one.
You start clearing that loan.
Okay.
Fine. You have, let's say, we said you have like 4 debts. Yeah. So whatever, most of the time these apps have very high interest. You have credit cards which also have very high interest rates. So start paying with, for example, if it's the loans from the app. Yeah. Once you're done with that loan, then it doesn't mean that you're not paying these others. You are, but you're paying the minimum.
Maybe to avoid some pressure or
the minimum installment that is required.
Okay.
But any money you get from the many sources you have, whatever extra income, put it into this loan with the major
high interest rate.
With the high interest rate. And once you are done with that, go to the next highest. Yeah, you'll be saving so much money on interest.
Okay.
You know, people don't realize that this interest you're paying.
Okay.
For example, now if you pay interest of 400,000 on a loan, you've denied yourself an opportunity to save. You've denied yourself an opportunity to invest.
True.
Yeah? And maybe you just bought a liability, so which you're being drained by the institution. You're being drained because the liability goes down in value. So you just lose and lose. But if you took some time and maybe started accumulating or saving small money, you could be better off compared. Yes.
All right, that's when you've talked about the first method, which is the avalanche. How about the second?
The second one, I've talked about the snowball method. This is also a method where this method concentrates on the loans with the small balances. Yeah. So the same procedure you've used, list all your debt. Yeah. Look at the loan with the least amount of whatever the balance. Yeah. So start clearing loan depending on the balance. If this one has 20,000, the other one has 100, the other one 400. Start with the 20, go to the 100.
Oh, now this one you start from the smallest
the
one.
Smallest balance.
Okay.
Yeah. And then once you are done, you go to the next smallest. At least it gives you motivation because you see, like, I'm done with this one, so go to the next, and it gives you motivation. But the average, me, if I'm asked, I would prefer
the avalanche.
The average because you are saving on so much money, which you can use for to do something else. Maybe acquire an asset. Or save it in an emergency fund. You can do something with it.
And I think that one has answered my next question, which was supposed to be, should you pay the small debts first or the big ones? And I think you have breaked it down. The avalanche, check on the loan with the high interest rate, start from there. And this other one, you first start with the one with the smallest balance that you need to pay as you go onwards. All right? Now, another question that I'm meaning to ask, can someone negotiate with the lenders? Like, can I call the Fuliza boys? Then I'm like, boss, times are slightly hard for now, and I don't think if I'm going to pay this month.
I don't know whether, those people.
Or I decide to call the KCB or the equity manager. Skiza, sahi bado ni kugumu. Sina job and I think I'll pay you maybe. Is it possible?
Yeah, with these institutions like bank, you can negotiate.
Oh.
They can prolong your period.
So it is possible for me to negotiate with the bank?
Yeah, it is possible. You only need to.
I think that one is new to me.
Present yourself to the institution and you will talk about your case. They will consider
and they will understand
as it comes. Yeah, they will. They are human beings.
So I can tell them that, I took a loan, but then after a short while I lost my job. So you people can make a post. Once I get another job, we can continue.
They may not pause, but they can prolong your period.
Okay. By reducing now, maybe if I was paying 20,000 or 30,000, they can reduce to 10.
Yeah, if it was you have to clear a loan in 3 years, maybe they can give you 5. You see, automatically the installment.
Yeah, true.
Maybe you can work it out.
But then when they prolong it, does it mean that the interest increases? Amani static to pale.
Even if it remains there already, it's very high because you see there is something people don't ask themselves. How come these banks make a lot of profit while everybody else is trading in the same economy? Why can't also people be able to make this kind of billions the banks make?
And I think I want to open a bank.
Yeah, we should do all the best.
What actually, maybe I've just interrupted. What are some of the requirements of opening for you to open a bank?
Because is that you must have some amount of money.
How much?
In the time the minimum was, I think, 10 billion.
How do you say that?
The central bank will guide you on
10 billion.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I thought maybe 100 million.
You will consult central bank.
Okay. Now you can continue. I was still fantasizing anyway. Okay. I don't know. What are you talking about? No, we were talking about does the interests increase when these people prolonged your loan repayment period?
It may not increase because from the conditions and the terms and conditions, they must have specified the interest. So more often it will remain the same.
All right. Let's talk about budgeting. Can you maybe just share with us how does budgeting play? What role does it play when maybe somebody is trying to get out of debt? And how should one structure their debt? They're not debt, but budget. Sorry.
You see, a budget tells you where your money goes. Yeah. And the very popular method that is recommended in budgeting, we talk about the 50-30-20 rule. Yeah. Where 50% of your income should go to your expenses. You should cater for your expenses. Yeah. Your rent, your school fees, those basic expenses that you must do. The 30%, these are called, it caters for the wants. These are things you may want to do. It's not a must to do them, but if you have relatives you can take care of, you want to plan maybe for a holiday, it can be in these 30.
Okay.
But now the 20, this is the money that you save, yeah. And what we say in another way, this money you are saving, it's like you are paying yourself, yeah. Because when you get the money, you pay everybody. So it is very good that this 20% it is set aside, yeah. You set aside maybe to cater for your emergencies, to invest, yeah, because now you're investing for yourself. Yeah, it's like you say, save me now, I'll give you freedom
later.
Yeah,
Save me now, I give you freedom later. Okay. All right. Now, just a short question: should people in debt still save or invest, or is that a luxury for later?
You don't have extra money to save, but if you're able, but me, I would recommend first to do away with debt.
Okay.
And all this money that you're using to pay debt, you can now start saving it.
Okay. I want us to also swift or switch. What habits can people develop, maybe to avoid falling back into debt once they got out? Maybe you have struggled, you've gotten out of debt. What's some of the habits that you can develop maybe now not to get back into it again?
The main thing is that sticking to that budget. If you say the expenses will be on the 50%, yeah, stick to that. If it is 75, still you can stick with the 75, but don't increase your expenses, because the expenses is what, by the way, you create enough problems for the amount of money you have. So it demands a lot of discipline also. Yeah.
So you need to eradicate some of these problems, right? I think that is also something that makes sense.
Delay also gratification.
Okay.
Yeah. The things you want to do now. Yeah. Yet you can hold on. Yeah. Give yourself time to maybe build your savings. Have some money you set aside in case of an emergency. Yeah. Have some money that can cater for that emergency, for example, even medical. When you have that fund you set aside, it gives you peace of mind, and now you can be able to concentrate on other things.
Okay. Now, I think everything that you are talking about on in this channel, it is now matters financial literacy. And where can somebody start if they know nothing about finances? Yeah, financial literacy.
I think information is readily available. At least I would say some of us made a lot of mistakes because the information was not that easy, but now information is everywhere. So learn all this. The information is readily available. So
including like whatever they're watching now, this is an information and you need to learn.
Yeah, the sources are many.
Okay.
Yeah, you can read books, you can listen to podcasts.
Maybe which is one book that you can recommend? Is there any?
Yeah, there are many books, but things dealing with finances. Yeah, yeah, grow rich, manage them,
The one that talks says think and grow rich.
yeah,
Actually, I think was it last week while I was listening to a podcast by anaitwa nani, Doctor Who, not Dr. Feneke. This is the guy. The name is out. He was saying somebody, I don't know who he was hosting and was saying that money is in your mind, how you think it, and that is the way possibly how you can grow rich. I mean, that's just by the way. I want you to talk to our audience and especially to the youth about the culture of soft life on credit. How dangerous is it for them?
I think it's number one is learn from people who have experience. Yeah. Save now, yeah, for tomorrow or to give yourself freedom. Yeah. When you save, people think you're doing it because you have, but you're buying your tomorrow's freedom. Yeah. So if you want to live now, I think those are mistakes that people make, but a time comes when you're not able to work. And who will pay your bills? You'll be a burden to people. Yet you could have done something to give yourself freedom.
Let us get to the audience scenario. Somebody is probably saying that I earn cash 30,000 per month, but I owe like 50,000 across 4 apps. What should I do?
I think we've talked about the methods that you can use
to manage
your debt or to come out of debt. It might take some pain, but I think it will be worth it. Yeah. And also, learn to live within your means.
Okay.
Be a minimalist.
A minimalist. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Another one says, I borrowed money to impress my girlfriend. Now I am broke and single. Please help me. How are you doing?
There's still hope. You can try another time or another girlfriend who will understand you.
There's still hope. Okay. Now, it's time for quick fire. Say the first thing that's come to your mind. Now, is debt ever a good thing?
Depends how you're using the money.
That is the first thing that has come into your mind. Depends how you use your money. Okay. One thing people waste money on.
I think people waste money on luxury.
Luxury. Okay. All right.
You want to enjoy life.
Which one is better between Tala or Sacco?
I don't know about Tala, but
Tala is just like maybe branch, Lend Plus, like these apps. Tala is just an app like these other ones.
Yeah, I don't want to market for them, so I'll talk about Saccos.
No, you are just answering a question, not marketing.
Okay.
It is a quick
Sacco
fire.
is better.
Oh, Sacco.
Yes.
Yeah. Save or invest.
You must first save to be able to invest.
Okay. Love with no money or money with no love?
Love with no money is better. For me.
Love with no money or money with no love. So to you, love with no money is better.
Yeah, because you look for money.
So when you get an illiterate zombie, maybe was never anyway. That aside. What is one thing that you wish every Kenyan knew about debt that will change their life forever?
At the moment you're trapped in debt, you will not be able to do what can give you freedom later.
Kwisha wewe. Okay. Now, where can people reach you for your financial coaching or guidance? Because as you can see, she's an amazing financial coach. So maybe share with us where can we.
Okay, you can reach me on 0115 50 07734. Or you can get me on my Instagram at Mundia_kids, or on my email at Mundia_Catherine.
Okay.
Yeah. Otherwise, thank you for your time. Let us meet in the next episode.
Wow. I hope you all took notes, because Catherine just gave us free nuggets that could probably cost you thousands in coaching. If you are in debt, there is hope, and it starts with wisdom. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And hey, drop a comment if you ever been chased by a loan app. Thanks for watching. Until next time, keep hustling smart. Thank you.